everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is Logan's 2-month baby update. We have a lot of things to discuss. He's been growing, a lot of milestones have been hit, and yeah, so let's just dive right into the video. We had his appointment today's Friday, this past Monday, and we obviously were expecting him to be big and obviously grow, right? But what we weren't expecting was how much he had gained in weight. So we thought he would be probably around 8 to 9 pounds, give or take. And no, he ended up weighing 12 pounds, 5 ounces. Yeah, you heard that correctly, guys. 12 pounds, 5 ounces. And when the nurse told me that, I just couldn't believe it. Like, I just had to do a double take and look at the scale because like I said, I could not believe that he was weighing 12 pounds, 5 ounces. But it does make sense because he is feeding a lot. He'll have anywhere from like 4 to 8 ounces. And it just depends on the feeding, the day, and how he's feeling. So sometimes he'll be satisfied with a bottle of 4 ounces. Sometimes he'll take 2 bottles of 4, or sometimes he'll just feed a bottle and a half. So like I said, it just depends on his feeding, but he really does eat a lot. And the way that I know that he's still hungry is when I stop feeding him, when he finishes the bottle, he'll still keep crying, and you know, we've changed his diaper, we've checked to see he doesn't have anything on him that's causing him pain. So automatically we're like, okay, he probably still wants another bottle. We give it to him and he's sucking on that sucker really quick. So just to hear that he has gained, I think from his birth weight, he was weighing 7 and 2. He's gained about 5 pounds within like 2 months. That's crazy. But yeah, so I'm really happy that he's gaining weight. It wasn't a concern for either the nurse or the doctor. So I am super happy that he is feeding well. He is gaining his weight. I think on here they mentioned he is in his 26th percentile when it comes to height, and he's at the 48th percentile when it comes to his weight. He's currently at 22.6 inches, which is big. Long for us at least, because Riley, I think she ended up being 18 inches when she was born, and he was 20 and a half. So he's gained, he grew 2 inches and whatever change in the last 2 months. So that's pretty good. We're actually thinking that he's going to be a tall kid, but that could be relative, and we'll see what happens as he gets older. Yes, Papi. You want to come out? Okay. As far as his sleeping schedule goes, he is such a good baby. If you guys saw our labor and delivery video and our first 24 hours with a newborn video, I will leave those two linked in the iCards as well as down in the description bar below. He was already sleeping anywhere from like 2 to 3 hours. And for a baby, especially a newborn, that is like a very good stretch. Usually they're waking up every 30 minutes, every 20. So we were really blessed with the fact that he was giving us from the jump anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. Now he's giving us anywhere from like 4 to 5. He'll still sleep a little bit later. He's falling asleep. Well, he was falling asleep anywhere from like 9:30 to 10:30, but now in the last couple of days he's been falling asleep around 8:30ish. So that's been pretty good. He's been falling asleep at that time, and then he'll wake up anywhere from like 1ish, 2 in the morning. If he's sleeping later, like let's say 9:30 or 10:30, he'll wake up anywhere from like 2 to 3, and then he'll wake up again anywhere from like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You hear me? See, sleep deprivation here. 5 o'clock in the morning, and then he won't wake up again until like 7 or 8. His sleeping schedule in the mornings is not that great. I mean, he'll sleep whenever. So if I give him a bottle and he falls asleep, that's when he'll fall asleep. But it's not like a set schedule for him where I can give you guys a definitive answer saying, okay, he takes a nap at 10 in the morning and then he won't wake up. Yes, Papa. And then he won't wake up anywhere from like 10 to like 12. It's not like that. So he'll fall asleep whenever, and I just let him do and just follow his pace. As you guys can hear, one of the biggest milestones he's hit is the cooing and eyeing, and he's just smiling. Yes. Yes, Papa. You having fun? Oh, okay. Okay. It's okay. What happened? What happened? It's okay. You want mommy to hold you instead? As I was saying, he has been cooing, eyeing, and smiling from very early on. And when he does that, we do try to talk back to him, play with him, just so that he's getting some sort of a reaction. And we really don't try to baby talk to both him and Riley, just because it's something that we both agreed upon very early on that it wouldn't be very conducive to their speech. If you guys do that, it obviously doesn't make you a bad parent. It's just our parenting style that we just don't baby talk to our kids. We talk to them like a normal person, and I feel like that has helped Riley a lot, because she, even if she can't pronounce the words correctly quite yet, she has been saying a lot of words that I'm just in awe. I'm like, where did you learn that from? Like, where are you picking up all of these words? And she's starting to form like little sentences here and there. While we were at the doctor's, they did ask for tummy time. He hates tummy time. It just depends on the day too. Sometimes he'll get through it, and other days he'll just, as soon as I put him down on his stomach, he really hates it and he starts crying and starts being really fussy. So I did bring that up at his appointment, and they said that so long as he's able to lift his head and they can see that, then tummy time shouldn't really be very strict or an issue. So when they did put him on his stomach, he just like lifted his head, and he was very strong with it. And they just said, okay, like, it's not a really big deal. You can implement it with him here and there. So even though he's a bit lazy with his tummy time, I'm glad that there's other ways around it that we can implement tummy time with him, so that he's not really fussy. And obviously we'll still continue doing tummy time and making sure that he is developing and growing as he should be. So now me postpartum, I did have my IUD appointment, I would like to say last Friday. So it's been about a week with the IUD, and it wasn't that bad. I mean, I was expecting a little bit more pain, maybe a little bit more pressure, but it wasn't overall that horrible. You do feel pressure and you do feel some pain as they are stretching out your uterus. Fun. But overall, like I said, it wasn't horrible. Weight-wise, that's been up in the air, very fluctuable. I can't even talk. It's been fluctuating is what I'm trying to say. I didn't gain overall a lot of weight, if at all, with my pregnancy with Logan. However, after I did give birth to him, I did lose like a couple of pounds. So I went down to like 154, and then now I'm at like 165. So I gained, per se, all of it back. I am trying to just be aware of what I am eating, because obviously it can creep up and I can gain more weight than what I already have. Sorry, see, it's very early in the morning, I can't talk. So I definitely don't want to go that route. I don't want to also start forcing myself to lose weight and snap back, because it's just not a possibility or a reality to, be at your pre-pregnancy weight or be even smaller than what you are, at such a fast pace. And I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I don't feel the pressure to snap back, because I do. But what I do tell myself is that I gave birth just 2 months ago, and it did take 9 to 10 months to create and birth a baby. So I shouldn't expect myself to be back at a pre-pregnancy weight or be smaller than what I already am in less than that time frame. It's just not possible. I mean, it is possible if you have like a physical trainer and you have like a chef cooking for you, but that is just not my reality. I have 2 kids to take care of, plus a home, and then cook meals and then run errands. So mentally I am in a better headspace. I'm happy. I do cry here and there, and I do get overwhelmed. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, but it's not like how I was a month ago or even recently postpartum, where I was just crying at a drop of a hat or getting really emotional about certain things. So, you know, it does take time, and I'm happy that I am in a better headspace and can be the mom that my kids need me to be. Riley has been a great source of help. She actually helps me when I'm changing the baby, like throwing out the diaper, bringing me the diapers and wipes when I need them. If she hears that the baby is crying and we're not moving fast enough according to her, she will come up to Miguel and I and start saying, baby crying, and just making sure that like we are paying attention that the baby is crying and to go see what's going on with him. She loves him. She loves to play with him. She just is everything about the baby. Every time she wakes up, it's the first thing that she asks, baby. And she goes and gives him a good morning kiss. And I feel like he really does enjoy her company too, because anytime he hears her, he perks up and he starts to search for her and stuff. So I feel like, you know, they're going to have a very good bond as brother and sister. Now I'm going to show you guys my belly 2 months postpartum. It probably won't look anything different than when I wasn't pregnant, because I've always had a belly, but I figured I'd still show you guys. So this is my belly at 2 months postpartum. As you can see, you can probably tell like there's a little bit of stretch marks. I did notice some were new, like over here I believe there's like a couple of new ones, very small. And if you guys can see, hopefully down here, I do have the silicone strip that I was talking to you about. It's the scar away, just to minimize, like I said, the scar from the incision. It doesn't look that bad, and it's actually gotten a lot smaller since obviously giving birth, but this is what your incision will look like at 2 months postpartum. I don't have very much loose skin because, again, I've actually gained a little bit of weight instead of losing, but this has always been my stomach. I've never really had a problem with it. But if you do have loose skin or stretch marks, just don't feel bad. There isn't a reason to feel bad about them. And this is coming from a person that has been very vocal about not liking her stretch marks. It's just taking me a while to just get used to the idea of how my body will look like from here on out. And it's a process, like I said. So just don't feel bad, embrace it. Love it, especially because you really can't do much about stretch marks, and considering that I have other things going on in my life. I have a newborn, I have a toddler, I have to take care of the house, I'm applying to a grad school. You know, there's just not enough time in the day for me to be worrying about that. It's like the bottom thing on the totem pole. I barely have time to shower, change clothes, obviously. Sometimes I am in the same outfit 2 days in a row, so it's just not something that I am constantly thinking about or worrying about. So there's other things that should just be preoccupying your mind other than your stretch marks. So that is it for our 2 month baby and postpartum update. I hope that you guys did enjoy the video. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. I hope that this gives you an idea of what to expect and what's happening in our lives right now. I hope all you mamas are doing well and are surviving this season and just taking care of yourself and making sure that everything is a-okay. I hope all you mamas are doing okay, are doing fine, and are just surviving, because in these early months, it's just about survival mode. Just remember that. So I hope that you did enjoy. Yes, Papi, I'm trying to finish the video. We're almost done. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.